Welcome back, Alpha Hunters. It is a very wonderful hump day Wednesday, and the Bulls, man, they're just not give it up, man. They just can't give it up. I get it. I get it. Cocaine's tough. It's a tough drug to crack. Oh yeah, but if you make crack out of cocaine, that's real tough, right? All right, nice little gap down here on the SPY today on the markets. Very, if I can get the right spot, there we go. About a 1/4%, 0.2% of a gap down. Nothing crazy. But yeah, we saw a very nice strong move there, especially 30 minutes after the market opened. Nice strong move there. So yeah, there you go. Nice strong move. First hour and a half of the day for the most part. And not really gone too much of anywhere since. We tried a couple rollovers on the market. And then a nice little quick drop there. Shoot, about an hour and a half ago. And then that's about it. I mean, it hasn't really done too much since we really had the big run this morning. So we'll see what happens as we go into close. Yeah, that's about it. All right, Q's, same kind of deal. Nice little gap down. Ran first hour and a half or so. Kind of just a lot of sideways up to the higher end of the day. All right, Q's currently up about 0.5%. SPY's up about 1/3%. IWM having a nice little bounce back day, up 0.75%. Nice little gap down. They bounced pretty good there in the first hour or 15 minutes or so. Hasn't really gone too much. Did make a new daily high going in the middle part of the day. That's about it. The Dow Jones, the DIA here, pretty flat open. Not too much kind of going on here. Nice little pump there in the first 30 minutes, but it's kind of sideways action here. All right, RSP. Nice bounce there in the first hour and a half. Up to the higher ends of the day, just kind of been hanging out. Okay. RSP is currently at 0.2%. All right. Yeah, it's not horrible. Looks okay. If we can kind of base in here for the next maybe day or so. Not break down that 20 moving average, and then maybe that 20 moving average comes up here over the next day or two. Continues to push the RSP up. That would look pretty good. The DIA, yeah, yesterday had a pretty good gap down. Man, we kind of just retested right into that low here. That little double-headed, double top little pivot level. Really tested into that at the higher end of the day. So, let's see what I'm talking about. Kind of like this low that we had back over here. It's kind of where we retested right into today. So yeah, we got that little double top now forming. So we had that quick breakdown yesterday. Those was a quick retest. I'll be curious to see what the market looks like tomorrow with that kind of look on the Dow Jones. IWM. Yeah, we know the IWM got smoked the 2 previous days. Nice little bounce back day today. Had a pretty good gap down. Bouncing back to the 10 EMA. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, yields are still going higher, right? Yields, we haven't gotten there yet, but yields are still going higher, and the IWM's having a bounce back day. So it's not all doom and gloom out there for them IWM stocks. The Qs, they also had a pretty decent gap down, retesting higher. Basically filled this gap from the gap down that we had Monday to Tuesday. All right, I want to see what happens tomorrow. Either we just retest it into the moving average, the 10 EMA, filled the gap, or that was the buy opportunity. It's possible that was a buy opportunity, but I just didn't like it. I don't like the feel of that gap down that we had yesterday on the Qs and the SPY especially. I think this is more of just opportunity to be selling, profit taking, that kind of stuff. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. SPY looked like it could. I mean, maybe forms a little bit of a head and shoulders action here over the next couple days. Form the right shoulder. Nope, that's Apple. I meant to go to the Qs. Qs just looks a lot more ugly than the SPY does. So, all right. So, what's the SPY? How's the VIX doing today? Yeah, VIX coming down a little bit. Nice resting day there. Okay. DXY. Dollar dropping off very sharply today. Okay. All right. So, dollar. Dollar down. Okay. Let's see. Did we? I mean, we got to the yearly high. We broke the yearly high actually over Monday and Tuesday. We didn't hold. Kind of thought I did think we were going to make a run up to this 105.50 level right up in here where these previous lows are, and maybe we still might, but yeah, we're definitely not going to do that here over the next day or two. Did we have like a? Definitely looks like there was a time period this morning around the 90-minute mark. So, did we get some particular data? Not 90-minute mark, or the 9-hour mark. My 9-hour mark. 10 a.m. Eastern time. So we got some ISM services data. Yeah. Well, you also had Fed Bowman was speaking at 8:45. So I mean, all this was kind of going on. So it's kind of hard to tell what would have been really the catalyst that drove the market to really drop off. My initial kind of thoughts, it probably had something to do with Fed Bowman's talking. Yeah, that's what I would think. Anyways, all right, cool. So, anyways, that's the dollar dropping off pretty good. So we might come down. I mean, we have already come down pretty good. I mean, maybe we start to kind of base in here, consolidate. We'll see if we push up later, or this could just be the start of. I mean, what could be a pretty serious and nasty looking double top here on the DXY. So, time will tell. I mean, if you want to play it that way, I mean, it's not a bad spot to say, hey, you know what? I'll look for that. You got some stop loss levels you can put up, but that's a big one. So you can definitely have some loose stop losses, right? So you don't have to have tight stop losses since that's such a large potential double top. All right. GLD, dollars down. GLD's rocking. Gold is just crushing. That's all you need to know. Gold's just moving. Yields, man. So yields are still up again today. They're definitely down from their highs. Take a look at an hourly chart. So yeah, we had a pretty good run there Monday. Had a pretty good run there Tuesday. Came back consolidated. Pretty good run there Wednesday. Coming back down. Curious to see what happens. We consolidate here again and we push up again tomorrow. So we are obviously having a hard time really getting through this 4.4 level, or basically the previous yearly highs. Yeah, somewhere around the 4.35 or 4.36, 4.35 to like 4.4 on the 10-year yield. And it's good to know that, because if we do start to climb and close where you're throwing upper wicks, that kind of means you're eventually getting through the supply, right? There's a lot of people selling yields at this level, and so there's a lot of supply there, right? But if you start to get through that, if you get through all that supply, then you're going to start to get people that hop on and be bullish on the yields side, which basically means you'd be bearish on the bonds. So right now there's people buying bonds, is what this is saying, with the yields going as high as they are, or moving up as much as they are. But if you get through this level, you'll have people sell bonds, right? Sell bonds. So that's very, very important to notice days like this where you get back-to-back upper wick days, because this is apparently a very important zone. A lot of people are wanting to buy bonds at that level. So 10 and 2 inversion. Yep. Definitely have a little bit more of that inverted head and shoulders picture taking shape. Maybe we continue to push up. I would imagine we probably do. Maybe we don't tomorrow. but I'd imagine probably here over the next 2-3 days will probably continue to push higher. HYG, high yield corporate bonds. Well, yeah, we know we broke that 50 EMA. Still just holding sideways here. So we're still just holding this picture sideways. And that's about it, man. Yeah, I mean, you're looking for any kind of breakdown between below 76.50 and above 78. Yeah, and that's it. So any breakdown of those 2 points, you're just going to go either bearish or bullish. If it's a breakdown, bearish, break up, bullish. That's pretty much it. LQD. So trying to bounce off of the lows of the year down here, but it's still just kind of going sideways. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So if we bounce here on the LQD and probably the TLT tomorrow, it might look pretty good to maybe at least continue a little bit higher. We'll have to take a look. Not a bad spot to be trying to buy the dip on the LQD. Yeah, so we do have this channel, and I can look at the 30-year yields as well. So if we start to make a move back down to that lower end of this channel, I mean, it's a hypothetical line. Just be curious. I mean, you could also do something like this. Do something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I want to see like another kind of level we come down to, I guess, and see maybe where we kind of get to. Maybe here over the next couple days. Anyways, TLT seeing the bounce action a little bit today, kind of like the HYG, off of the breakdown that we had earlier in the week. So here's a look at the 30-year yield. Yeah, I mean, same kind of deal as the 10-year. We just got those two upper wicks back-to-back days. Yeah, the 4.5% area on the 30 years, kind of a tough spot. What about? But yeah, I mean that's okay. Here's a look at the 2-year yield. Yeah, the 2-year yield has really kind of been lagging here the past 2 days. But it very much looks like it could just be in a flag pattern or a pennant pattern of some kind here over the past month and a half. Oops. So, anyways, interesting picture here on yields. We had pretty strong moves to start the week. They don't typically move all that much, so maybe they're just resting. It's either that or they've gotten to an area where they are going to roll over. Right? Maybe they will roll over here. I doubt it, but it's possible. Alrighty, take a look at sector rotation for the day. Unbelievable. Staples really lagging behind here. Wow. They are getting crushed. Utilities underperforming. Healthcare, financials, real estate underperforming. Discretionary is underperforming. Communications kind of just barely outperforming the market there. Materials, tech, financials, industrials kind of all up there outperforming on the day. Okay. As far as the intraday picture, if we take out that gap, tech, yeah, we see some pretty good buying there in tech. About 30 minutes after the market opened, we didn't get JOLTS data today, did we? No, we didn't. It's just ISM and yeah, that's right, Fed talk. So yeah, it's kind of a tough one to figure out what was really a catalyst at that time period. A lot of weird ISM data and Fed talk. Anyways, industrials, discretionaries, real estate, all kind of in line with the market right there. You got energies, communications, materials underperforming, financials, healthcare, utilities underperforming. The staples just getting crushed during the day, though. Just getting crushed. Okay. Got some pretty good move. Oh my goodness! Look at that. That is hilarious. We were talking about that yesterday. GE got moved. That is funny. So GE is a part of electronic technology. They moved them over to where the defense and aerospace sectors stocks are in the SP 500. Talking about that yesterday. That's funny. So GE did move. I wonder where GEV is, if they're even in here. But anyways, yeah, there's GE. I wonder how they're doing today. How is GE doing today? GE Aerospace. I didn't even change the name of the company. GEV and GE Vernova. Electric utilities. So it's under utilities. Let's see if it's under utilities. I mean, I guess that makes sense. To me, they're not really these are utility companies. They're not a utility company. That's the thing, is they're a GEV is more of a they they have the manufacturing, or they build the components for the utility companies. Okay. Anyways, so that's hilarious that they did that literally a day after we talked about that. That's funny. So this might be it. This might be it. This might be why the market actually ran pretty good. So earlier in the day, Atlanta Fed President Bostic told CNBC he expects the Fed to make its first interest rate cut in the fourth quarter. So, like I was just saying, there's been a lot of people come out and say, "Ooh, we don't know if they're going to cut any more, or if we don't think they're going to cut this year." And there's even been some people saying that they might even raise the Fed funds this year. And then he's coming out saying, "No, we're going to cut probably in four quarters in the fourth quarter." So yeah, next week it'll start to pick up, and then but yeah, there's just not a lot going on now, and we'll see as we get later into the week. Next week, we'll probably start to see things pick up as we start to get into earnings season again. We get jobs data next week, but I will not be on the live stream tomorrow. Potentially not on the live stream on Friday, so I also won't be getting out the market outlook videos, midweek videos either. But I'll get out the weekend one if I'm not even if I'm not on the live stream on Friday. So, have fun. Just have a great rest of your day. Take care.